Hi everybody, I'm Chris Stokes from Custom Fitness Personal Training Studio, and today we're talking about 3 questions you need to ask yourself in order to propel you towards success. Now, success can mean a lot of things to a lot of people, but we see it a lot of times that maybe we aren't quite as invested in what we're doing or focused on what we're doing as what we should be, right? We all have these little voices in our head that say, hey, you need to go and build some muscle tone. You've got to get rid of some body fat. You've got to get rid of this excess fluid that you're carrying around, the excess inflammation. You just got to feel better. You got to be healthy. You got to be fit. And then we try our very best, or so we think, to step into the ring and start producing those results. But the problem is that a lot of times we haven't stopped to ask ourselves the important questions to find out how serious we really are. So question number 1 is, how committed am I? We know that this is not a magic pill situation. It's not going to happen in a matter of days or weeks. It's something that is small steps taken over a long period of time to produce results that will last you a lifetime. And that focus on being committed over that time length is going to be what makes or breaks you. So if you're only committed for 6 weeks and you say, well, you know what, I will do this for 6 weeks, but then I've got to go on to other things, so I better be in shape and healthy. Well, that's great, but that would be like saying that you're only going to eat for 6 weeks and then you won't ever eat again. We have to fuel our bodies. We have to take care of our bodies, and health and fitness may seem kind of like they're part of the hype of what all is going on right now, but the problem is that it's not hype. It's taking care of you. So if you want to be around long enough to be able to hang out with your grandkids and play and be energetic and have a great quality of life the older you get, then we've got to take care of ourselves now, and we've got to do that consistently over time. So make sure and check in with that commitment level. Where are you at on your level of commitment? Some people are just getting started and they're like, you know what, I'm committed to starting. It's about all I got. Other people are committed to going for 6 weeks. Other people are committed to going for a few months. Everybody's a little different, but the thing is that we've got to start to realize that our commitment level has to be beyond goals. It has to be beyond doing something because somebody else told us to, like the doctor. It has to be because we understand that our health and fitness levels are what make or break us later on in life, and that if we want to be healthy and be able to live life to the fullest, we have to be healthy and fit, and that's just part of it. So the second question is, how am I investing my time? Too often people are reaching for these goals, longing for success, but they end up reaching at the wrong things, right? So maybe they're doing really great on their workouts, they're killing it, but then in the evenings they're taking their time and going out with friends and drinking and eating whatever they want to. Maybe they're killing it on the diet part, and then when it comes time to work out, it's like, well, I'd rather just sit on the couch and do this. So we have to look at every moment of the day. Where are we investing our time, and is that pushing towards our goals? That may sound daunting. It may sound a little scary to some of you who aren't quite at the level of being self-motivated yet. But the thing is that we've got to realize that everything that we do is a choice, and every choice that we make affects our level of success. Now, does that mean you can't ever have fun? Absolutely not. Does it mean that you can't ever have a lazy day? No. But what it means is the majority of the overall, we have to look at where our time is being invested and how we're using our time wisely to reach our goals. So we can't sit back in the corner and complain about not reaching them if we haven't been actually investing the time that it's going to take and the energy that's going to take into whether that be exercise or meal prep or grocery store shopping or whatever it may be, okay? Number 3 is, where are my daily habits taking me? So kind of back in that same realm again, everything you do is a choice. And every habit that you build is a habit that you will either keep or it's a habit you'll have to break. Now, a lot of us as Americans have a lot of bad habits. A lot of us as moms, women, busy people in general have bad habits and things that we need to work on breaking. And I know that I'm not standing outside of that circle at all. I have a lot of bad habits that I have to work on continually breaking to make sure that I stay on track. And it's a matter of focusing on what's important, right? So every habit, everything that you're doing on a daily basis is either working you towards your goals or away from them. It's creating success or it's creating what feels like failure. Do keep in mind, though, that failure can't happen unless you quit. So keep moving forward, keep picking yourself back up, and keep finding those habits that you need to change. Maybe it's not even a matter of breaking them. Maybe it's just a matter of changing them a little bit, tweaking the the process and making it a little better for you. And remember that when it comes to habits, it can feel pretty tricky because habits do take a minimum of 21 days to start to change. Now, a lot of people think of that as a maximum 21 days, you're done, but when's the last time that you built a new habit in 3 weeks and broke the old one? So it takes time, right? At least 21 days to start to change, but it can take months, it can take years afterwards. It depends on how deeply that habit was ingrained. That comes across a lot whenever I'm talking with clients and they say, well, I've been eating healthily for 2 months now, and I still just have days where I fall off the wagon and don't understand why. I've been doing this for 60 days. I should be able to hold on to it. And the fact is that they've been eating terribly for 30 or 40 years, so you can't expect it to just switch over in 2 months. That's still an infancy of change. Same thing with people who are new to exercise, or maybe just getting back into exercise after a vacation away for a while. That you've got to build it back into your life. You've got to build it back into your mind, and you've got to be willing to be committed to what you're doing. So I hope that gives you a little guidance on finding your success in what you're reaching for. Remember that all success is important. Too often we get hung up on these pinpointed, laser-focused goals of I want to lose exactly this much weight, or I want to gain this many inches or lose this many inches. And the problem is that it's kind of like telling a child when they're going to take a nap, right? You look at that child and you say 1 o'clock is nap time, and they look back at you and they're like, I don't think so, right? So your body does the same thing. Your body has its own happy place. Now, we can try and affect that, and we can do a great job of it sometimes, but there is a certain point where we get to that we have to understand that any success is success, and that sometimes the things that we're wanting our body to do either shouldn't be done for health reasons, or they definitely need to be a huge committed focus on your part in order to make it happen, because your body may not be at its healthiest internally whenever you're trying to make it physique-wise look differently. A lot of times with bodybuilding programs and things like that, the body can sustain that shape for a little while, but if you're not seriously eating for that competition or exercising for that competition, then you quickly start to see that the body goes back into almost a homeostatic balance for it, where it's best and most comfortable to perform all of its functions. So I hope that kind of helps you to start to see some new ideas, some new ways of thinking about your goals. But like I say, ask yourself those 3 questions and see where you stand. And if we can be of any help to you, we'd love to sit down with you, just talk through and see if we're the right fit. Feel free to give us a call, 806-322-3188. We help people with exercise, nutrition, lifestyle modification, you name it. We put it all in together into a done-for-you plan so that you don't have to stress out about what the next greatest workout is or how many calories you should be eating. All of that's taken care of for you, and you've got an entire team to support you through that process. So we'd love to hear from you. Hope you have a great day.